But this car could be systematic, hydromatic, ultramatic. Or I could be greased lightning. Greased lightning.
We'll get some overhead.
How the fuck can you go from that to this? I'm pulling my hair out. Oh, I ain't got any hair.
Oh, you're too much.
When we attacked your planet, all your soldiers and all their advanced technology could only put up a measly 9-minute fight before they were exterminated. Which is why man is an endangered species.
Hello and welcome to another episode of It Could Have Been a Classic. This is where we look around to see if anything's got any potential. It's got a flop. It can only be for 3 seasons, or it's just diabolical. But there is that flicker of potential that it could have been something else. Imagine that if we lived in another reality, that Battlefield Earth was a hit. So yes, I'm back and welcome to another episode. In the year 2000, John Travolta with his Scientology religion. I'm not going against what people believe in, just making that clear. Even though I was stopped by some Scientologists down Tottenham Court Road near their church. And they asked me, I went on some electric machine to test myself. They asked me in the middle of the street. I was curious. This was years ago, and the guy said to me, your life's in chaos. Well, I thought, well, I'm not going to be joining you and giving you all my money. And I said, my life is chaos. So I live with it and I move on. So back to the film. Me trying to be funny, and I've failed totally. John Travolta, why did you do this? Battlefield Earth, one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen. And it's ridiculous, and we're going to go into this. I watched this this week. I wish I'd never fucking bothered. I sat there, and my mind was closing down by the second. Oh, where do we start with this?
A female getting leverage. Ha!
I am going to make you as happy as a baby Psychlo on a straight diet of Curbango.
So, the film set in the year 3000, right? Written by L. Ron Hubbard. And the Earth gets conquered in 9 minutes because they find one of our satellites in deep space and it's got gold in it. And obviously, there's a map leading straight to our planet. They're called Psychlos. They're 9 foot tall, and it's like they let this gas off and they wipe out the entire 90% of human race in 9 minutes, and then come in and they call us man animals, and they build the main base in Denver. And they're looking for gold, and they start mining operation. Apparently, they've conquered most of the universe and this. Now, I did Wikipedia the book, and thank God we only got part 1 of the first book. I'm really, we didn't get part 2. I mean, there is some controversy with this film as well, which we'll go into this. But when I watched this, I felt like I was watching Panto Villains. So apart from having to sit through like a load of panto villains that conquered our planet, there's John Travolta plays this character called Turl, and he's been well, it's like Earth's a backwater in their empire, just like a corporate empire. They're all greedy and over the top. I mean, they are like how this lot managed to conquer our planet in them. This is beyond me. It really is. And he's been passed over for promotion. He wants to get back to the mother planet, but apparently he's been having an affair with some senator's daughter back on the home planet. Oh yeah, they can't breathe our atmosphere, and apparently uranium's dangerous to them or something because it's something to do with their atmosphere. So, like, you know, he gets passed over, and he's got Forrest Whitaker as his assistant. I mean, the same when he blows his hand off because he's like, everybody's fucking each other over and blackmailing each other. Do you know what I mean? So he comes out that he's going to buy his way out of to get himself promoted and back to Mother Planet. So he puts the man animals and defines the human. What, oh God. The guy that plays the Johnny B. Good or something, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this. But Jonnie Goodboy, that's it. Jonnie Goodboy, he finds it. Well, he's in a tribe of humans. They're all a bit fucking stupid. And they sort of like go off and he goes and leaves the tribe. And there's rumors of monsters and he gets caught. Taken to Denver and he meets John Travolta, Tails' character, and he comes to the conclusion that he's going to train the man animals to dig for gold because they can't go to this area because of radiation, because it's bad for them. And he puts them on a learning machine. We get a bit more that all these races, they've exterminated basically all these races and took all their gold and resources. And he teaches them how to fly one of their ships, and he gets a team of them together. I mean, I don't really want to go. I mean, there ain't really much of a story here. Basically, he gets trained up with all the knowledge of the human race and some other aliens, and he goes back and he starts making contacts with other humans, and they form this resistance, and they pretend they're mining gold, and they find Fort Knox. Right? I'm not making this fucking up. Right now, for an alien race with so beyond us in technology, right, that wouldn't they have scanned Fort Knox with gold? I'm being serious. You know, conquering galaxies, please.
While you were still learning how to spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies.
So, I mean, this film just gets worse. So he trains them all up, and they start obviously conspiring. And they find Fort Knox, and they find a library, and then you're not going to believe this. They find a weapons dump, and it's full of Harrier jump jets, right? Right. And they learn how to fly them. I mean, these guys, some of them been educated by learning machines, right? But they're sort of like, there's all these highly advanced weapons there. There's even nuclear weapons in this place. And this lot, so they get this motley crew of them together. And Johnny B. Good. Yeah, Johnny B. Good. These are the dudes that are going to save the planet. So like they get these like planes, right, and Harrier jump jets, and they get back inside, you know, because Turl and all this. And I mean, honestly, this film was just doing my fucking head in. It really is that bad. So it's like they get in and they infiltrate and they send off the Harrier jets and all that. And then they start attacking City at Dome. And Johnny B. Good or whatever he's called gets inside and gets the other humans. They all go in with M16 machine guns and all this. And it's just a farce. And anyway, they try and blow up Dome, right, to kill like the Psychlos. Now, there is one good thing in this. I have to admit, I did like the Harrier jump jet fight. I thought were cool. I'm actually saying that I thought that was quite cool. But they end up, they end up blowing the dome. One of them sacrificed himself to blow the dome. And they've got another one on a platform with a nuke. And they're trying to teleport him back to their own planet. He's got a couple of nukes, right? And but I mean, there's a scene that's so fucking ridiculous that Johnny attacks Turl, John Travolta's character, because they played him through, like, you know, with gold and that. And even though I didn't know where Fort Knox was, and they've got scanners, and you know, wouldn't they be able to detect gold? I mean, because like they send him to a place to mine for it, yet they couldn't go and scan for Fort Knox. Don't, right? They've got these explosive collars on the necks or something, and he sticks a knife in him, and he puts the collar on his arm or whatever. I mean, by this time, well, I ain't got any hair. I was scratching my head at this point of the film, screaming at it. You know what I mean? And he blows his arm off. And then he beams off to the planet, and there's all these Psychlos, because they're all on red alert. They're going to send a big army of them to wipe everybody. And he sat there, like, looking at everybody, and these Psychlos, there's thousands of them, and he fucking nukes the planet. But the planet goes up, and in the book, it becomes a star. All Psychlos, they're all gone, right, except them that probably live off planet. And I was going to cover some of the book, actually, but I'm not going to fucking bother. And so like it finishes, right? It finishes with, like, they've got Turl in Fort Knox, surrounded by gold, in a prison, and he said to him, Jonnie Goodboy, like, that if your people are off world and they come and attack us, we will tell them about what you did, about your greed destroyed your own planet. You gave us the capability. And he's just stood there, and he looks around. Forrest Whitaker, who plays the other one, his assistant, Psychlo, I forgot his name. He's teamed up with the humans, and that's it. It just finishes, and thank God it did. You know, I mean, I had to sit through this. It is that bad. I mean, this film, it runs a circle in itself. It goes so far up its own ass, right? Do you know what I mean? That they didn't cover whoever. I know it's based on a book, but the screenwriting for this was terrible. It really was. I mean, there's so many plot holes and devices in this movie. Here they are. So we're nearly at the end of this review. I've not enjoyed doing this at all. I find this film annoying. It's so far really is up its own ass. Plot holes everywhere. The acting is terrible. Now, I like John Travolta. I liked him in Face Off. You know, I like Grease. You know, he's done some fantastic movies. Now, I'm not even going to go into the reasons why he did this. He probably thought he was doing some, I mean, I was reading some review. They called it Travolta's vanity project, but he did put $5 billion of his own money in. Now, there is a bit of controversy with this film, not because it's shit. Fraud by Franchise Pictures, following the failure of Battlefield Earth and other films independently produced by Franchise Pictures. The Wall Street Journal reported that the FBI was probing the question of whether some independent motion picture companies have vastly inflated the budget of films in an effort to scam investors. In December 2000, German-based entertainment AG filed a lawsuit alleging that the Franchise Picture fraudulently inflated budgets in films, including Battlefield Earth. That is interesting. You know, I mean, I'm not a legal person, but you know, there's quite a lot around this film. Now, Rotten Tomatoes, it's just got the worst reviews ever. I'm up and down with Rotten Tomatoes. Sometimes there's been a bit of scandal with them, hasn't there? But now you're going to ask the question: is this film a classic? Fuck knows. No. It's just bad. It's bad from the start. Now there is one certain little bit that's decent in this, and I had to admit I did like the Harrier sequence with taking on the Cyclone ships, but that's the only part. I mean, there is parts in this film where it does have you in stitches. Look, my advice: get some friends around, get hammered, and watch this. You're either just going to tear it apart and you'll get the comedy value of taking the piss out of this movie. It's probably the only thing you're going to get out of it. I mean, if I were John Travolta, I'd be burying this so deep that I wouldn't want this out there. Now, I did rent it, and I've got to admit the picture on the video, I remember the VHS, it did look quite cool, but when I watched it, I thought, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I've tried to cover up. I mean, I could be on here for hours going on about this film. It's that bad. Now, the question again, could this have been a classic? No. Not at all. And you know where this is going. Right, so you won't be going into the all of any potential on this show. So I will see you on the next video. Hopefully it'll be something more positive, but this had to be done, I suppose. So I'll see you on the next video. Please give this video a like, give it a share, let me know your comments. And, you know, if there probably is some people out there that are big fans of this film. If you are, don't contact me.